Welcome back to another board game tier list, everybody. This time we are doing the Atlantis Rising Misfortune cards. So these cards are cards that you have to flip after you've placed all of your Atlanteans and your leader, and before they resolve their actions. So these can mess you up, and the goal of these cards is to mess you up. They're like what you are essentially playing against in the game. So the S tier cards are going to be the worst cards for you because that's what these cards are trying to do. And the F tier ones are going to be the least detrimental. So without further ado, let's get to it. So at the beginning, we are going to flip all 6 of these cards. These are just the standard cards. We only have 1 copy of every card in here because we don't want it to be redundant. But the deck is made up of tons of copies of a bunch of these different cards. So each of these are just your standard cards. And when you would draw one, you would just flood the outermost section of that tile. So because of that, these will go all in B tier because this is just the average main way of losing this game is that things get flooded over time. So that's where all these go. And then now let's make it more interesting. Okay, controlled flood. So unlike these flood 1 place at a time. The controlled flood flood 2 tiles in any peninsula or peninsulas. Mystic barriers do not prevent these floods. So you can actually pick different spots, which I don't know if I knew that. My memory of this is that this card sucks so bad. S tier. Divine Fury. Advance the Wrath of the Gods track by 1 step. Honestly, sometimes I get this and I don't even mind it that much. Let me see if I can just grab that for you real quick. This is the track right here. It'll be different spots throughout the game. So it makes it more difficult, makes you have to draw more in general. So long term, this is bad for you. But immediately, it's not horrible. So I'm actually going to put it in B. Okay, Plague. Each counselor, aka player, returns 1 Atlantean from play to their pool. This one is not good at all. It's very, very painful. Man, I might even have to say that one's S tier as well. Okay, Calm Seas. Nothing happens. So this is the only card where you are all good. And so there will be a different number of these depending on what difficulty you're playing on. So that one's obviously going to be F because it's the least painful for the players. Energy Drain. Each counselor loses 2 Mystic Energy. Yeah. I guess often in the games I play, we don't have a ton of Mystic Energy. We believe in ourselves and we try to manipulate the things that we can instead of... Which I guess, yeah. You know what? With that in mind, I think this one will be B. No, yeah. I'll just put it in B. I was going to put it in C. I can't be generous enough to put it in A. But hopelessness. See, these are all great things. Each counselor discards 1 library card. That is very painful. Sometimes we won't have library cards. But man, that can hurt you real bad. Darkness, discard 9 cards from the top of the library deck. This card is so bad. Like, there are certain cards that are... There's certain things that you can do that are good to do only to stop darkness. Like, there's pretty much nothing else that's as painful as darkness. Because library cards are immensely helpful. I guess they're trying to say something about information in this game. Sabotage, remove from the Cosmic Gate board 1 component that has been built. It must be built again. Oh, that's so horrible. That's so horrible. This literally just slows down the players from winning the game. A lot of this other stuff makes it so the players lose the game. That one's just so painful, though. I guess if they're one-time effects, that could be fine. But the more difficult the game is, the less or the more painful that will be as well. Earthquake. This round, all target numbers are increased by 1. So horrible. It doesn't say limit 6 either. That's interesting. That card, very difficult. Rioting and looting. Each counselor loses 1 resource of their choice. Definitely very painful. You could go with ore if you happen to have that, but if all you have is high value stuff, that's very dangerous. Spur the cycle. Reshuffle the Misfortune discard pile into the Misfortune deck. The current player does not draw another Misfortune. If Spur the Cycle is discarded, reshuffle the Misfortune discard pile into the Misfortune deck. So, yeah, this essentially just shuffles the deck. But it's actually kind of good for you. Oh, man. I would kind of say that this is actually F. I think that's good for the players. Panic. All Atlanteans on the island move inland to the next unflooded tile. Oh, really don't like that. That's very painful. That one's gonna be A tier. Crisis of Faith. Atlanteans on the Mystic Power Source do not collect Mystic Energy this round. Honestly, this one almost never matters. We will put it at C because it sometimes can matter, but it feels like it doesn't. Malfunction. No components can be used or built this round. Oh my gosh. So bad. So painful. S tier. And then last we have Imperial Breach. Remove all Mystic Barriers from the island. This card can either not matter at all or it can matter a lot. Because of the range, I think we'll put this one in B. But essentially, you can feel like you're really ahead in the game, and then this can completely mess you up. So, there's the tier list, everybody. I think that's everything that we have for Atlantis Rising. Very cool game. It was fun making this, so thanks for watching.